We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McLeod. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, McLeod, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Set, 15, line it, 15 line. Double. Clear.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready. 8, read.
Here we go, D. All day defense.
Protein spill. They go.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Stop your whining. Alert 3. Check.
Lucky 61. Matchbox light.
Check.
Look at me. Zipper. Check. Go. Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 30 base. Get it.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Next to score, Redskins 14, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 7. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
General West. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Hustle, hustle, go.
They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, watch the leg. High 7.
43 is the mic.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Cooper's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brings up third down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Officially 91 yards on the punt return. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching lunging instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Gator.
I got one.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's first and 10 at the 14. On first down, McLeod. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Second and 10 at the Redskins' 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Now a give, right side. McLeod. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Redskin first down.
Let's go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, let's get this.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Ebron's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back to throw.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Hey, Delta. Here goes.
2nd and 3. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Solomon Thomas make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's what I'm talking about, defense.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bravo. Hey, Jack, hit it.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 61, matchbox lights.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Pass. Share.
Topper. 5.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Snap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Second and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. He's at the 40, 30, 10, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
The kicker on for the extra point.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
You ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Weapon.
Pick it up. Check. Fresno.
Hey, lock it.
Hatch it.
Ready. Deep grip.
He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 33.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Go.
Here we go on second and 12. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Check. Hey, watch the edge. Check 31.
Ready, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Got it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Break.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Record.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
Switch up. Switch.
Go. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Ready.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Down. 91.
Here we go. Let's go.
On 1st down, McLeod. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie.
So we got man.
Lead grip.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on,
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Jim.
2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
I got you.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Watch out.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Mike.
Go.
Check 55. Mike. He's scared.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On second down, this is Jackson. And he's got room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 23-yard run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll run on first down. McLeod. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Solomon Thomas. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Set, ready, 60 yards.
3 bucks.
Hit it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Ready to break.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Know your job.
Get it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.